Hello, my name is Ryan Tuck, and I'm going to teach you how to sell things on eBay. I'm sure that there are lots of people that might be curious about eBay and that could use a few extra dollars. I find that a part-time job isn't always easy, and finding time is even tougher. One solution for you for this dilemma might be eBay. What is eBay? eBay is a website where people could sell and buy goods from other people or from companies. I would compare it to an online garage sale. The most convenient thing is that all of your eBay transactions can be done from your computer. If you are clever, you could even do it from your real job when the boss isn't looking. Let's first go to the eBay homepage found at www.ebay.com. This is the eBay homepage. Then you need to set up an eBay account. This is accomplished from the homepage of eBay. It will give you a username and password along with information about your location and personal information including name, address, and phone number. People have to pay you for the merchandise on eBay, so you also need to set up a PayPal account. This will enable people to use a credit card or checking account to pay you. This money will go into your PayPal account, which is like having a bank account. This is done at paypal.com, which will also require you to enter personal information including your bank information. They will verify your information. Once you have your account set up, you could begin selling. Of course, the most obvious thing is you need something to sell. There are lots of ways of getting things to sell. Your own garage or home is a place to start. I am sure we have all gotten that birthday gift that we hated and shoved it in the back of the drawer. Well, now it's time to get it on sale. There are lots of things in your garage that maybe you just don't need anymore, like old tools, camping equipment, or outgrown sporting goods. There can be tough clothes. Clothes can be tough to sell, but designer things usually have a place. There are other places that you could find things to sell, but it takes a bit more effort, which would be garage sales if you look around the neighborhood. But garage sales are usually sell things very cheaply. Stores have great sales on occasion, and clearance racks are always good. Don't forget about stores online. They can often get rid of their merchandise seasonally. You just have to look and keep up on discounts that they offer in your emails or online at sources like Retail Me Not. This is a website that gives you codes for stores to put into your checkout cart that will give you either free shipping or a discount, or sometimes both. Never buy online without checking for a coupon. You will save, I would say, at least 75% of the time. Okay, now that you have your item there, is a way when you start to sell that you can see what the item has sold for with other buyers lately. You type the name of the item in the box after you click sell an item, and it will give you the current selling value. Also, you could do a search of the item and check how much it's been selling for, or if it even sold at all. And if they did, how much they sold for. With this information, you can get an idea if you should bother selling it. This is how that looks. The next thing you have to do is decide which way to sell it. There are two basic ways to sell, either an auction style or at a fixed price. What you are selling, how long you want to wait, and how much you are willing to make will usually decide which of these you want to use. Auctions will usually bring more money. Often people get caught up in the excitement of an auction and will eventually pay more than they really wanted to, just in the heat of wanting to win the auction. The duration of the auction could last from 1 day to 10 days. This can be hard to decide which way is the best. 1 day is too little, in my opinion. It seems that people, when looking for an item, don't want to wait a long time either because they lose interest. So 5 days is just on the borderline. 7 to 10 is way too much. I find that 3 is ideal. It gives the buyer time to locate the auction and not have to wait too long. Most people want gratification sooner than later when buying. The other option is the fixed price. This is usually when you decide what amount of money you will take and just wait for someone to come along to pay it. You can also offer the option of having them best offer your item. This will allow them to give you an offer, generally way less than what you are asking. I have used the fixed price with books, but in general I don't like this method. Pricing takes some skill and luck. It is best to review the history of past items sold for. You could start your item at 1 cent or $100. If the item sold and they were bid up from a very low price, the item is in demand. If you are safe to start bidding at a very low price. When buyers see this ridiculously low price, they are attracted to bid on the chance that they can get at an inexpensive price. The risk you take by selling this way is that if you do not get the bids, you will be forced to sell the item very low. Starting too high may discourage people from bidding at all. If you start low, the bidders may bid it up to that higher starting price eventually. I find that if you have an item that has a history of selling for a decent price in the past, you can list it low, start it a little higher. The Seller Information Center directs you to ways of selling payments, success stories, and other helpful information. Okay, now that you sold your item, you have to get it to the buyer. And before you sell the item, you need to correctly establish how much you will charge the buyer so that you do not lose money in the transaction. There are many ways you could send it, such as United Parcel Service, United States Postal Service, and FedEx are the usual carriers. If you need boxes, U-Haul sells a large selection of various sizes and shapes, and over a certain price, they are free delivery. Be sure to include this in the shipping cost that they are charging the buyer. Depending on where you live, donkey service may also be available. eBay could be a fun way to make some extra money. There are some people who actually make a living from it. Figuring out the balance of pricing, format, and the right items to sell can make the success of eBay. Thank you for your time.